Alright, fuckfaces, welcome back to artwod, practicing fundamentals, artwod, beginner roadmap. If you're interested, for those of you who are new, in seeing someone become a great artist, or perhaps artist, fucking lisp, but to become a great artist, or to become one of the greatest artists, and you are interested in seeing someone actually practice the right things to get there, then, I don't know, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. If you need motivation to draw along with me. Here's a call to action, right? What is it? We're doing the artwod, ARTWOD, link in description. I'm not affiliated, but one day they will fucking affiliate me. Or strike this channel. But rotate the following forms using the given angles. Make sure to keep the horizon line placement the same, right? Which basically means to rotate a form while ensuring the proportion, scale, and that the axis that it is rotating on, axis, I don't fucking know, is kept in mind, right? So yeah, here's your call to action. Stop being a lazy piece of shit. I know you most likely neglect your fundamentals. It is almost without a doubt that if you're watching this video, you neglect your fundamentals. So come on, get to it. Let this be your fucking reason to actually do it, right? Stop being lazy. And here, I can be your art friend. There's all you fucking loners out there who need someone to listen to, right? Let me be your crutch while you draw. That's the stereotype, isn't it? That all artists are fucking lonely, pathetic, and have 20-inch dicks. So let's see how that holds true. But yeah, I'm gonna get started. And this is probably the last time I'm going to do this. If you're actually curious as to what the practice is, it's this, right? Artwod specifically, because this is the beginner roadmap, right? The grind node and the beginner roadmap. And the grind nodes are just exercises. Like in Artwad's example, these are just squares. Why the fuck do I keep saying squares? These are just boxes, right? Being rotated with the horizon line in the middle, horizon line at the top, but it's more of a drastic convergence, right? We see less of the top plane, and then at the bottom. I obviously made it into much more complicated shapes. You don't have to do that. You can only do what is slightly outside your comfort zone, and you do need to be slightly outside your comfort zone. So with that being said, let's do this. So again, horizon line in the middle. I'm constantly trying to make it more difficult and to focus on my lines. So that is what we are going to do. We'll even do something like this to really reinforce that horizon line is in the middle. It is supposed to be more even, I'm pretty sure, but proportion is another thing I'm currently trying to work on. Right, this is, I guess, the shape we're establishing. Which technically right now it should just be 1-point perspective. But let's see how it goes. Right. Okay, I guess this is what I'm doing then. I never intended for it to be this big. But that's what she said. I don't even think that makes sense. I'm trying to keep decent line work in the back of my mind. But it's obviously more difficult than one would let on. Okay, hopefully this will reinforce things to me, specifically on the grid itself. But yeah, the main thing is really focus on the grid, the vanishing points, right? Because really what this is understanding the rotation. Like when you're rotating something, you are essentially just moving the vanishing points, right, along that horizon line, and you are essentially maintaining the plane, right, the ground plane that it resides on. That's my, I guess, understanding of it, right? So do your best to keep that in mind. Like right now I'm trying to think about the vanishing points involved. Again, right now, because the right side here is converging much less drastically than the left side. This will be the last time I do this for this bout of the beginner roadmap grind node, because I realized, oh no, I realized, but it is very, very, very important to let your brain rest, right, to figure things out. And again, proportion's also really important. So I intentionally made the top part here thinner, so we have to abide by that. And again, because this side is technically further away than this side, this is slightly thinner than this one, right? That's the way I'm kind of trying to think about it. And now we have in the middle, to the best of my ability, we have a cylinder, right? So that cylinder is in a box. It should be something like this. Oh, but that's a complete mistake, right? Because you see how it's much lower? So I should have actually started with it over here. And then that should have been the bottom over here. Right? Because now that's going over, and then we can have this. Something like that. So, and again, it's this shouldn't have been as wide of a degree either, right? Because again, if we have to think about this is why I love doing cylinders inside these boxes and then rotating them, because especially now that I'm rotating it, I have to think very, 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 very hard on first of all, like where this is all converging to, right? Keeping in mind the different types of convergences that are occurring, and then B, ensuring that there's an accurate portrayal of these convergences occurring within the cylinder itself, right? Because this is very drastic. This left side is converging very drastically, yeah. But this is actually completely wrong. Should have been a bit further back. So this is already a huge mistake that I made in this one, but we'll just have to accept it and continue onwards. There's a lot of things that aren't going about quite well enough. This line shouldn't even be seen. It should be further back here, because otherwise this, I believe, is not centered appropriately. But either way, we've made the mistake, we must move on, right? This is very difficult. Like, genuinely, this is very difficult. And that's good. You want it to be very difficult. Because if it isn't, if you aren't fucking hurting your... see? That's also a mistake. If you aren't hurting your brain when you do this, then you're not learning. You're objectively just not learning, alright? There needs to be a constant struggle. And the thing is, you can do that. You can 100%, you have the ability to do that, just like I am doing it right now. Mistakes and all, right? I think this is small. Yeah, I made it a bit too small. See, proportion issues. There's a lot of things to think about. A lot of things. Vanishing line, rotating the axis, proportion issues, where things align, because this is, of course, a box with multiple cutouts, or one cutout that reinforces where things are going along this horizon line, right? Now here I have to think, okay, well, it's more of a drastic convergence. This one, these are both an equal, I guess, amount of convergence, you could say, right? So then I have to think, okay, where in the middle of this is the cylinder? So we're seeing probably just a little bit here, I believe, right? I could be completely wrong. I'm just trying to understand what makes sense to me. Same thing here, right? I have to literally see the grid. I'm seeing it, I'm trying my best to see it actually. I believe it's right there. So in the middle of that, we have perhaps this cylinder. But we'll see how that is. once I do that. And then again, we don't see the back. So that's okay. Not really great at all, but it's okay. Honestly, what I should add on the side over here is just another cylinder to make things slightly more difficult, right? Just one cylinder. So now we're seeing this a lot more. And then we can retain a little bit of consistency. Then otherwise it's just boring, right? Because we're not going to see anything on this plane. And somebody's calling me. Oh, it's my girlfriend calling me. I apologize. My woman, my wee man, right? As they say. But I'm busy on the grind. And then she's gonna ask me who I'm grinding on. I'm gonna have to deal with that. And that's when you lie. You lie through your teeth. And you say, the only grind I care about is entrepreneurship, the hustle. Okay. When she gets to this video, this will come back to bite me in the ass, and she'll be like, how fucking dare you tell that to your fans? I can already imagine her face scrunching up, her fists balling up, the Glock being loaded, right? Everything that warrants a healthy relationship, I have. Okay, still trying to think about everything. That should have been thinner, this that I made. Okay, it's moving along the vanishing point. Right, that is actually relatively inaccurate now that I think about it. This is converging quite drastically. The back end could have been a bit better. And is it getting smaller? What the fuck? I thought I got the proportions right. It's literally getting smaller. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's amazing. How I continue to struggle with that. It's impressive. We're not gonna see it from this side because it's in the middle. Same thing here. Okay, so we don't see those cylinders. Okay, we need to get the sizing down. There you go. That's better, I believe. There you go. And I should have made it a bit further away, but that's okay. It's the most subtle of convergences. There you go. Right. Cool. I could have done a much better job there. And I should have made this shape more interesting, so I would have been able to think about the cylinders a bit more. But that's how you know. That's how you know that the brain is tired. Because I've started to implement these sessions back to back, these drawing sessions. Oh, that should have been much wider degree. So yeah, it's a fuck up all around. Go. Okay. Still progress. And I went a little bit faster here, clearly, right? But I'm trying to find the balance between visualizing it, doing it, but not spending too much time in the sense that just really committing and making the mistakes that I need to. But I'm going to rest my brain, and please you do the same. There you go. That's my thing, I think. Whatever, I'm just gonna rest my brain. Fuck you guys. yeah, definitely do want to take my time, or perhaps focus a little bit better on visualizing. Right, that is also very important. It is important to visualize, but this is very difficult. All the different convergences involved. So I don't really blame myself. I blame you for not calling it sooner and live interaction. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Okay, let's do this again. Again, this one isn't as much of a convergence, right? We see a lot more of the back, or the top, sorry. And I want to have something like this. I wanted to add a cylinder, but I guess I didn't think it through. But perhaps I can still do that right now. They're supposed to be the same size, so let's just pretend like they are, okay? And I'm gonna obviously make them a bit better spaced out. And let's see. Cool. I don't know why I choked on me saying cool. 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 And let's do this. This should hopefully, again, help me see the grid a bit better. Kind of fucked it up there, but it's okay. There you go, something like that. And we'll give it a bit more space because we do need the other shapes to breathe. There you go. This way, I'll force proportion into the equation. And I guess this goes just as back as that would go, like this distance. Just like a bit over there. I don't fucking know. Okay. There's our shape. There it is. It's shaping it up. It's shaping up quite nicely. What? No, what is it? It's shaping up quite nicely. Is that a term? Is that a saying? I don't fucking know. Whatever. This is clearly something my brain is going to struggle with, which is good. And again, we're seeing more of the top. We have to keep that in mind. Yeah, you see? That's a good angle. Have to keep the proportions in mind as well as I draw. That's the thing, right? Again, trying to find that balance between speed, but also making things make sense. See, that line was a fuck up. That's okay. This is a bit better. So I am objectively, of course, getting better at drawing spatially rotated objects, but as with anything, there's a bit of a caveat in the sense that my ability to rotate is contingent on my ability to visualize, right? So I need to really also focus on visualizing these shapes. That's why art is very difficult, because it requires a lot of thinking ahead, right? And if you're retarded like me, thinking in of itself is already something very difficult to do. And then you have to start thinking ahead. That's a completely different skill. But so far, not bad. Maybe this is too long actually, this one. So that's something I'll work on as well. And we got to keep everything aligned. There you go. See, now this is the length. That makes more sense, like to have this longer now. Nope, it should be more like this. Let's see. Let's make this a bit longer. Align it. Right. I want to see the top. Should be something like that. There you go. You see how it's slightly shorter? Slightly, because we haven't adjusted too much. Okay, that's okay. Again, we want it to be aligned with the bottom. All those things to keep in mind. Right? Good stuff. And then we can have... Maybe this is a bit smaller. I think I made it a bit too small. But now that is part of the learning journey. Right? And yeah, like I like having the micro little nuances to think about when it comes to drawing, right? Like, okay, it's a millimeter off, blah, blah, blah. See that? I think this probably should have been wider, or should have accounted for the space a bit better. Or this should have been cut off, actually. This part of this ellipse. Yeah, it should have been cut off. It should have been cut off, right? Because we have to think about the spatial relation between the wall over here as well as this cylinder, right? So it should have been a bit cut off. So that's good to think about. This is again jutting out a little bit, right? And it's centered and jutting out a little bit. And then same thing here. We have this. Again, it's centered and jutting out a little bit, so it's like this. Now the minor axis for this was completely off. This one's a bit better. So that's another thing to keep in mind, right? This is why seeing the grid is so important, because it's not just, oh, I want to see random lines. It's I want to be able to make the most quote-unquote optimal decisions based on those lines. What are the decisions? The marks that we make, right? The marks that we make are the decisions which create the drawing. Right, now this is completely off because I didn't make this smaller as well. Should have had some convergence, or at least scale. Yeah, this should have been a bit narrower. Yeah, narrower. Fucking can't speak. But it's okay. This is again like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right? I think I'm at the tail end of this practice and my mind in general in pushing myself towards this. Jeez, I cannot speak. I can't fucking talk. I can't talk. Jesus. Also, I'm very hungry. I am fasting right now. But I still have to gym. Yeah, we still need to be able to see the top. That is gonna not be enough, so it has to be something more narrow. Like that. We're seeing more of this side. There you go, see? We still retain the fact that we're seeing the top, which is important. Although I made the length a bit too much, so we can shorten that here. You see how I notice a lot of these things? That's another thing you really want to build the ability to do, is to, as much as you can, call out your mistakes. Because calling out your mistakes is going to be very helpful in actually lessening your mistakes. At least that's my belief. And I think it's scientifically proven. As always, everything is just, I guess, scientifically proven. But yeah, see, so we have something like this, and then here we have something like that. Because again, we don't see all of it, I don't believe. This might be off. That definitely has issues. But, you know, we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, this is... and something here. I did that intuitively. Let's see how it helps me out. Okay, so I fucked that up. So it should have been even closer. It should have been even closer, this one. So that's why it's important to think, right? That's why it's important to understand spatial reasoning. But you see how, like, it's getting smaller and smaller. I keep doing something here that's messing it up. The length of these. And I'd like to believe it's because... Yeah, I would like to believe it's because of the distance, right? Things are getting... Technically, they're getting further away, but I don't know if that's the case. In this case... Yeah, I don't know if that's what it is. We'll have to see. Right, I don't have the answers right now. I'm just trying to understand. And my voice is so nasally. I'm just trying to understand. See, like, look how small that is. Why is that? It's because I made it too thick. It feels like it's the same. Evidently, it's not. Right? Like, this shit should not be so drastically different. But it is. Okay, well, the good thing is, as long as I understand I struggle with proportion, perhaps I can work on it, right? Again, that's why I like thinking about these different relations are super important. That was very difficult, which is good. And yeah, my brain is definitely very tired because I'm doing back-to-back drawing sessions now with only like a half hour, 40-minute break in between, which is good. I like that I'm batching it, but at the same time, it hurts the brain. It hurts the brain. Part of me just wants to submit like my best version of this to the grind node manual submission, but it's best that I do the latest one, right? Even if it's a reflection of objectively poor output, but it's still objectively much better than what I did 4 attempts ago, right? So progress, just in a matter of 4 or 5 hours, progress is made. But yeah, I'm gonna rest my brain. So how much time has elapsed? 27 minutes? Not bad. I can take my time. Wonderful. All right, peace for now. But yeah, I think all that matters is I am genuinely making an effort, but obviously I could have made a much better effort with these cylinders here. In general, it's always this back and forth, right? It's not that I'm frustrated with myself. I personally feel like I could always be doing more, if that makes sense. Like more of an effort could be made, but that's why we just keep practicing. Right? You get more opportunities to expend that effort when hold up. When you like, what the fuck am I trying to say? You get more opportunities to expend the effort when you give yourself more opportunities by actually practicing. That's a fucking retarded sentence. Whatever. Okay, how do I want to do this? Oh, it's already misaligned. There you go. Let's see, maybe... I'm just trying to think how I could do this. Well, I'm liking the cylindrical additions, which force me to think. So we'll keep that there. And perhaps we can do something that is... Hold up, let me think. Something like this. Right, so that way I still have to think about the backside too. Right. It's not perfect, but okay. Obviously, I want to keep it a bit more even, but okay. And now this is the one where we see less of the top plane. You see, we see less of the top plane. So I need to. How would that be rotated if it were like that? It'd be like this. There you go. Yeah, it would be like this. Right. So we still, is that still too little? Who knows? Like in my mind, it made sense, but now let's complete it and see what the reality is saying, right? I think that's still too much of the top plane. And it's not even even. Yeah, see, it's not even either. That's on me. Okay. But is that too much? That is way too much of the top plane. It should have actually been even more extended. It should have been maybe closer to more closer to the or more. What am I trying to say? It's diverging more. It's diverging more. Is that accurate? Yeah, it's still not as bad as this. Like there's still a clear difference, but you can definitely tell that we see more of this top plane than this one. So I think that's important. But there definitely should be a notable degree. There you go. Again, we're seeing more of the top plane, or less of the top plane, sorry, so it should be something like this. Yeah, there you go. See? That's a bit better. I know the original one's a bit more wide, but I think, like, because I wanted symmetry, because technically if I cut it off here, then it would have been more along the lines of the shapes that I'm drawing right now, rotated. That fucking song is still stuck in my head. Golden from K-pop demon fuckers, those guys, right? So, wanna be golden. I know I'm a great singer. Okay, and it's not protruding out that much. This one's a bit better. Perhaps because the shape's a bit simpler. Maybe I'm making it too easy for myself. But it's funny how this is easy now, considering how much I struggled with something like this prior, right? So again, guys, progress happens over hours. Intentional hours, right? Very, very, very intentional hours. And it doesn't happen immediately either. Okay, this is a bit better. I think this is a bit better. Yeah, cool. So I think this got longer a bit too fast, but it's okay. These things happen. I should maintain it the same length. Yeah. Again, great way to practice proportion, right? There you go. And then we have this. Right. and this is a great way to also practice my lines. Wait, really thinking about the vent. Oop, that was a fuck up. You see how difficult this angle is for me? It's hilarious how difficult it is, but what's it called? Constantly keeping the vanishing point in mind and trying to visualize this shape before I actually draw it has helped quite a bit. That's not a perfect visualization, but I think even Kim Jong-il says he only sees like 40 to 60% of what he wants to visualize. So if someone like him, whose entire thing is that he's been practicing forms and imagination drawing, right, and he's taking it to quite a summit, if someone like him states that, hey, I really don't see that much as you would otherwise imagine, it's really all his knowledge, his compounding knowledge, right, that gives him the liberty to enjoy, messing around with shapes and proportions and all that stuff. I will die on that hill because I will most likely die proving that I am right. In fact, I will die proving that I'm right, that art is just a skill that can be built, and that Kim Jong-il was phenomenal, not because he was a talent, because he was an extremely hard worker. Also, that's diverging. And he had a passion for it, right? There's this book called The Talent Code. I think I mentioned it before. And I think like there's this guy who's doing an audiobook summary of it, or there's a fucking podcast that I'm listening to, and he's doing on Spotify, and he's doing a summary of it, right? And really, what he just says is, and he says that the author Daniel Coyle mentions that it's essentially, quote unquote, talent is just passion, and I say just obviously, but it's okay. This doesn't seem right. Maybe this is way too subtle, actually. Should have just kept it straight, but made the mistake now. Let's just live with it. But he basically says talent is just passion plus persistence. And it makes sense. If you don't have passion, the persistence is going to be painful. Is that an alliteration? I think. And if you do have passion, but you fuck around, you don't do anything, then it doesn't matter how much passion you have because you're not doing anything, right? So it's a combination of both. I think the third one is also a giant cock. And it's why women are less talented, so it makes complete sense to me. It's okay, I identify as a woman, so that's not offensive. To be honest, there are way more women in the arts, from what I can tell. That's it. That's just the comment I wanted to make. There are more women in the arts, from what I can tell. I have no funny joke, nor profound statement, or backpedaling to do. I just think it's interesting. I think it's a good thing, obviously. I think more people should be in the arts. Right? It's honestly pretty awesome. It feels like girls in general just have an ability to just enjoy creative shit. Or to at least chase it. Yeah, these two have barely a difference. And there must be issues. But it's okay. Alright, wonderful. It's only been 40 minutes this time, so I'm gonna rest my brain and then I'm gonna try to create a more complicated shape here and really take my time rotating them. Overall, I'd say this is pretty decent. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty decent. I have nothing else to say. It's okay. Just trying to see if these make sense. It's okay. That's also a bit too short, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, like this cylinder. But anyways, Resto Bueno time. Oh, fuck. Alright. Okay, welcome back to Viggy Vodka Drinks on Stream. Today we're gonna try apple juice. I am on carnivore, so that might give me a heart attack, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Okay. I want to make this very difficult for myself because I'm a piece of shit. But I don't know what shape I should do. Can't think I have an idea. Let's just start with this, right? Because that's what everything starts off with, just a square plane. Whee. I might have to lift the page up a little bit. Okay, and then we'll do this again. So you already know I'm making this very difficult for myself because we are cutting out the box, which means a lot more of the convergences to think of. Right. Okay, now this is the difficult part. Gotta do something like something like that, right? Same thing here. Okay, I hope you're seeing what I'm doing, what it's all leading towards. Same thing here. Do you see what I do? And okay, it's already pretty difficult. And then we got to see, I baited you. I made you think that I'd do it on the other side as well, but no. We're gonna do it over here on the bottom. Just like I did in the previous practice, right? The bottom one I struggle with, therefore the bottom one I will do more. Right? Same thing. So we'll have something like that. Yeah, so 2 cylinders on the side, 2 cylinders on the bottom. Fuck, that's gonna be very difficult. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Literally shoved a brush pen up my ass on this one, but at least some parts won't be. Oh, fuck me, I made a mistake. I should have put these cylinders on the left side because we're rotating it this way, right? No, well, either way, we're gonna see the other side, so it's fine. It's fine. It's a good thing I made them stick out. I think it should be fine. Really got to think about the shape that I'm drawing. But yes, how are your days? This is me trying to pretend like I give a shit about your lives. How are you? How are you today? Well, that's great, Barbara. How's Alan? And how are Alan and the kids? Right? If I said how's Rajesh and Divya, people would be like, "Oh, hi, I don't relate. I'm sorry. This isn't quite enough for me, boy." That was me smacking my lips, but it's kind of hard to hear on camera, I guess. But yeah, that ain't wide enough for me, boy. Don't make me spit on your, I don't know. Fuck. What did they used to spit on? The wheat that you plow. I don't know. I have no idea. It's even hard to be a racist these days. It's just not it. I just don't have it in me. Okay. It's a bit off, but so is your mom, so, you know. Okay, that's not bad. Then we have another one that is decently. There you go. You don't really see much of that, I don't believe. Okay, that's decent. And this probably should have been. Yeah, we don't see the backside. I wish I could see the backside. I love the backside. But such is life. Such is life. That is okay, I believe. And then if it's smaller, there you go. Oh, wow, that is. But actually, wait. Even fills in the middle. That doesn't look too right to me. Should be more to the left, I guess. We can literally just fix that by doing that. Wow, that's better, because I didn't even draw that line properly. That's a bit better. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Shit gives me a fucking headache, which is wonderful. Which is why we have to keep proportion in mind. Right. That line was a bit garbage, as they say. Garbage. It's also the dick sucking noise. So, makes sense. You are garbage because you suck dick. Maybe that was a bit too drastic of a convergence, but it's okay. I've committed now, so I can't really do much about it. And then we go up like this. Whee. Oh god, that was not we. Alright. Enough joking around. This is serious business. Definitely fucked that one up. But wait, I already made the your mom joke, so I can't even reuse it. Yeah, see, that was a fuck up. Eh. Can't even hide it, which is great. Yeah, that's a huge fuck up. Okay, let's try to visualize this. Right. Cool. Still looks pretty off, alignment-wise. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I think that's a bit better over there. This is also very off, right? Should have curved it a bit better here and over there, but it's okay. You can't change what is permanent, and in this case, that permanency, that's a word. Permanency? Sure. I don't fucking know. It's ink. Inky bink. There you go. right? And that's like very narrow. Cool. I think my lines slowly but surely are improving, as well as my ability to hopefully convey form. Jesus Christ, never mind, I'm ass. It was all a lie, I'm shit, I'm sorry. See, like that, all of that is so broken up. None of it even makes sense. Speaking of none of it, I wonder what the population is there. Can't be more than 5 people. But either way, I do have Canada in my pocket. A little bit of history. A penny and a nickel and a quarter and a dime. It's classic. Classic. If you're a Canadian, you know that shit's a classic. Alright, I'm just gonna rotate this the other way because I'm fucking tired. I'm not seeing what needs to be seen. Fuck it. We ball. Ah, that's too narrow. Fuck it. We are we are shit. Not even funny. It's just the truth. See, and these lines aren't even perpendicular to the horizon line. So it's only been 52 minutes. What the fuck? Last time I went over. This time I'm going under. That ain't right. That boy ain't right. I tell you that boy ain't right. But I'm not trying to rush through this, but I guess my brain is just tired and the application is subpar. So that is just how it be sometime. I don't think I'm ghosting enough either. But I'm just trying to figure things out. I think I'm definitely having a harder time right now because my brain is literally tired as shit. We can't keep using that as an excuse, right? The brain will always be tired as shit. We just have to do our best to apply what we can, hopefully. See, now this is just incorrect. Because now the angle's all off. We see much more of this plane than we should. Yeah, what a struggle. What a struggle. Am I calling it? Am I really doing under an hour of practice? I don't want to. Daddy, I don't want to be on Namek anymore. I don't want to, I don't want to fucking just stop this. I wasn't trying to go super fast. Well, I guess I can just do this. Make it look like I did more work than I actually did. Right? When in doubt, add cutouts. It'll make you seem a lot more impressive. Especially to the woman. Women love cutouts, don't they? Take it from me. Pickup, what is it? Pickup artist coach? Right, that's what my channel's about. First, I teach you how to pick up a pen. Then I tell you that you're never going to be good enough. And then I sell you a course. It's genius. It's exactly what I'm going to do. Want to learn how to draw like me? Of course you do, because I'm better than you. Dumbass watching, oh wow, he must be right. To be honest, that just makes sense. If somebody's better than you, and they're selling you something, the smart thing to do is just to buy that thing and then never put in the work in, right? Never put in the work. That, I mean, I will be making a course and selling it at one point, but the whole point of that course will be just for you to turn off your brain, shut the fuck up, and just do the work that I require of you. To be honest, that will literally be the whole point of the course. Yeah, you literally don't have to think. That is my plan for the course, is just, obviously not right now, 5 years from now, it will be, here is endless amounts of knowledge, right? Here is how you can apply it. Here's literally courses or exercises to do. There will be hundreds per each stage, and all you have to do is shut up and do the work, right? It'll be for the type of person who, if they don't want to think and they just want to do the work, and they just want to be told what to do, it's literally for you, right? If you're willing to put in the work, but you're confused as to where to put that work into, that's who it's for. The person who is willing and ready, but unsure of which direction to focus their energy in. Yeah. Okay, and then we don't see. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, if I ended up getting a cutout on that side, I should probably follow up with a cutout on this side as well. There you go. Right. Gotta make sure there's consistency. Yeah, see? And then now that we turned it, be like, okay. Now it's, for some reason, much more complicated than it needs to be. Oh, fuck, I didn't even align it. That's a complete fuck up on my end. I literally didn't even align these. This is so fucking... It's so bad. But that's honestly, this is the problem, not this. But whatever. It is what it is. Hasn't been an hour yet. What other things can I bastardize? Just add cutouts. When in doubt, just add cutouts. There you go. Right. There you go. And this one, same thing. Cool. Yeah, sure, whatever. Now it looks so much more impressive. Ooh, fucking... Honestly, I have nothing negative to say about this stuff because I'm still very proud of the fact that I made a genuine effort. To be honest, I'm very proud of the fact that I made a genuine effort. So that's all that matters to me, right? Even though my brain was tired, even though it's hard to think about this stuff, I still did my best. I'm padding for time right now until I hit the official hour mark. But yes, I hope you all had a... Actually, no, I'm gonna hit the hour mark if I just do my outro. Wonderful. Jesus. But the voice crack, wonderful. But I hope you all had a wonderful drawing session, right? Even if you were tired, just like I was, the fact of the matter is we were both able to push through it, and that's wonderful, right? Your focus may have drifted in and out, just like mine did, and that's normal. But all that matters is you put in a lot of effort. You tried your best to understand perspective, form, creating shapes, rotating them, right? And that's it. Your brain will do the rest. Please rest your brain. Speaking of, what the fuck, I did not mean to segue it into like that. But yeah, rest your brain after you're done this drawing session. But I hope you had fun. I can't speak. I'm dying right now. Anyways, with that being said, Jesus, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing. And please give me money. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.